In today's video, we're going to go from this to this. Today I want to get the wiper cowl restored. It's pretty faded and it just looks kind of crappy. So I want to take it off and I'm going to replace it with this one. This one's also used, but I bought it because it was only 60 bucks. I usually see these things go for a couple hundred. So I'm going to try and paint this one and see how it turns out, and if it looks good, then I'll replace this one. All right, so it's about ready for the adhesion promoter, and there's some rubber seals on this cowl, so I taped them up because I don't want to paint those, and then I wiped it down with a tack cloth. So let's go ahead and do the adhesion promoter. So now for the paint, I'm going to use this flat black paint. All right, so I did 3 coats of the adhesion primer, just light coats, and then I did 2 light coats of the flat black paint, and now I just did a 3rd wet coat. I'm gonna let it dry for about an hour, and then we will come back and do the clear coat. So far, so good. Okay, so the final coat of the black paint is dry, and it looks pretty awesome. Pretty happy with how it's turning out. So now we're gonna go ahead and do the clear coat, and I'm gonna use semi-gloss because I don't want it to be super glossy, but I also don't want it to be like a matte finish. Here's another look at the wiper cowl after completely drying. And here's what the old one looks like for reference. To get the old cowl off, we're gonna have to also take off the windshield wipers. So I marked them with tape on the windshield where the blade lines up, because when we put them back on, we're gonna wanna make sure that we put them on at the exact angle that we had them before. So the instructions I'm going to give you on how to remove the old cowl is going to be Mark IV Supra specific. So if you're watching this and you also have a Supra, this part will help you. But if you're just doing any other car, you can kind of just disregard this part. But we're going to take off these little caps on the windshield wipers, and they just pop off, and that allows you to unscrew them and take them off. The one over there is exposed, but this one you have to raise the hood and go from the inside. Now we got the wiper arms off. We have some Phillips head screws to take out, and it looks like there's 6 of them. Next, we have to take off this weather strip right here, and it is held in with these plastic clips. They look like this, and they get very brittle over time. So when you pull it out, a lot of them are probably gonna break, and I'll show you what to do in that case. And on each side, there's a clip that holds it in right here, and you can just pry it out carefully, and that's what it looks like. So those brittle clips I was talking about on the weather seal, they look like this, and they break really easily, but they have this kind of shape on top, so you can do this with them, like that. So I don't have any of these, and I don't have time to order any new ones from Toyota. The closest thing I have are these round ones, which aren't going to go in the hole. So what I'm going to do is just cut them so they're in the same shape like that, and they work just as well, just like that. All right, I got everything put back together, and here's what it looks like, and I'm pretty happy with it. I had already restored the wiper arms a long time ago because those were really faded as well, and the cowl being faded always bothered me, so I'm really happy to have this finished. So if you're watching this on YouTube, I would appreciate if you would subscribe and leave a comment. Let me know what you think, and follow me on Instagram at Jasons_Supra. Thanks, everyone.